Italy has taken a unique approach, offering financial incentives to foreigners who want to settle down and build their families there. It's not uncommon to find grown children still living with their parents well into their 40s, a tradition that speaks volumes about how much this culture values family. Recently, some Italian towns have made headlines worldwide for selling old houses for just €1, an ambitious attempt to attract new residents. But what's really behind these unusual stories? That's exactly what you're about to find out in this video, as we explore this fascinating country together. Located in southern Europe, Italy enjoys a prime spot on the Italian peninsula, sharing borders with France, Switzerland, Austria, and Slovenia. Surrounded by the Mediterranean Sea, it boasts breathtaking landscapes that captivate visitors from all over the world. With a population of about 60 million people, it's a vibrant, intense, and densely populated nation. Its most famous cities, Rome, Milan, Naples, and Florence, are true international icons, attracting both tourists and new residents thanks to their incredible historical and cultural heritage. No matter where you look, Italy breathes history, art, and tradition at every turn. But there's much more to the country than stunning architecture and tourism. Italian culture runs deep, rooted in strong family and community values. And of course, we can't forget the food. It's a whole experience on its own. Italian cuisine is the perfect blend of flavor and comfort, reflecting the warmth and joy that Italians cherish so much. In this video, we'll take a deep dive into the traditions, customs, and quirks that make Italy such a special place. After all, understanding this culture isn't just about sightseeing. It's about discovering a whole new way of looking at the world. One of the most fascinating aspects of Italian culture is the strength of family bonds, which remain intact even as children reach adulthood. It's very common for young adults to choose to live with their parents, even after becoming financially independent. In Italy, it's not unusual to find people over 40 still sharing a home with their family. This habit isn't just about necessity. It's a conscious choice rooted in deep Italian traditions. A big part of this custom is tied to the role of the Italian mother, known for her extreme care and devotion to her children. This behavior, often seen as overprotective, plays a key role in keeping the family close. However, such an intense level of closeness can also create challenges, especially when it comes to young adults gaining independence. That's why the Italian government closely monitors this phenomenon, concerned about its impact on a generation that might struggle to handle life's challenges on their own. Despite these concerns, the idea that family ties are something to be cherished and preserved remains strong. On top of that, there are also practical reasons behind this tradition. The high cost of living and the challenges young people face in the job market make staying at home a practical and comfortable solution. In other words, it's a balanced mix of economic factors and a strong sense of family unity. The language you hear on the streets of Italy today carries centuries of history. Its roots go back to the ancient inhabitants of the Italian peninsula, when vulgar Latin spoken by the Roman people began to evolve as the Roman Empire expanded its borders. Over time, this common language split into various regional dialects, which later merged into modern Italian, a language known for its musicality and deep historical tradition. But Italy isn't just known for the richness of its language. Throughout history, the country has produced brilliant innovators who changed the course of humanity with their inventions. One striking example is Antonio Meucci, who came up with the initial concept of the telephone long before Alexander Graham Bell patented it. Another major name is Galileo Galilei, whose genius broke new ground when he created the thermoscope, an important step toward the modern thermometer. And we can't forget Pellegrino Turri, who developed the first typewriter, an invention that revolutionized written communication. When we talk about Italian cuisine, it's impossible to ignore the variety of dishes that have won over taste buds around the world. From thin-crust pizza topped with fresh ingredients to the many different types of pasta that reflect the traditions of each region. Italian food is more than just a meal. It's a symbol of passion and craftsmanship. With every bite, you can feel the dedication and pride Italians have for authentic flavors. And if there's one drink that truly represents this culture, it's coffee. Whether it's a bold espresso or a smooth cappuccino, the countless cafes on every corner reflect Italy's deep appreciation for this unique beverage. Each sip offers a connection to history and tradition, inviting everyone to experience the Italian way of life. The fame of Italian espresso comes from its precise brewing method and intense flavor, always served in small yet powerful doses that pack a punch. Cappuccino, on the other hand, blends espresso, steamed milk, and a light foam, making it the go-to morning drink, though rarely consumed after 11 a.m. But more than just the quality of the coffee itself, there's a whole culture around this daily ritual. Cafes serve as gathering spots where conversations flow, friendships grow, and new connections are made. This everyday tradition is more than just drinking coffee. It's a moment of togetherness, where each cup brings people closer to a lifestyle that celebrates human connection. Known for its strong coffee culture, Italy preserves traces of distant eras throughout its cities. Rome, the country's capital, is home to structures that date back to the days of the Roman Empire. The Colosseum, the Roman Forum, and Vatican City are just a few of the landmarks that highlight its deep historical significance. But beyond its legacy, the city captivates visitors with its cobblestone streets, spacious piazzas, and striking architecture. Along the banks of the Tiber River, charming restaurants create unforgettable atmospheres. And thanks to a lower population density compared to other major European capitals, Rome offers a more relaxed experience, where every detail can truly be appreciated. Meanwhile, Venice, with its iconic canals, offers a one-of-a-kind experience as you explore its historic neighborhoods. Tourism fuels the city's economy, drawing millions of visitors every year who come to admire its rich heritage and unique architectural style. However, despite its global appeal, Venice faces challenges. The local population continues to decline under the pressure of mass tourism, and frequent flooding poses an ongoing threat to its future. Italy's economy is one of the powerhouses of Europe, driven by major industries that keep the global market moving. The country stands out for its high-end production, especially in luxury goods, fashion, and design. Brands like Ferrari, Gucci, and Prada have earned worldwide recognition, and Italian cuisine is famous for its top-quality pasta, olive oil, and wine. But despite all this prestige, Italy isn't without challenges. Public debt remains high, bureaucracy often slows down progress, and unemployment is still a major concern for many citizens. To tackle these issues, both the government and private sector are pushing for reforms and investing in technology to ensure steady economic growth. Amid these efforts, a rather unexpected initiative emerged, offering homes for just €1. You've probably come across headlines about these unusual opportunities. But if Italy holds such a strong position on the global stage, what's really behind the decision to sell houses for a symbolic price? Have you ever wondered why so many houses in Italy are being sold for just €1? At first glance, it seems like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. But this initiative actually sheds light on some of the challenges the country is facing. While many see Italy as a dream destination, economic difficulties have taken a toll on several communities. These symbolic sales, which first started in small mountain villages, have now spread across Italy, where thousands of empty properties, many with historical and cultural significance, are waiting to be revived. To preserve this heritage, some towns have launched programs offering properties at symbolic prices. However, buyers must agree to restore these buildings, many of which have been abandoned for years. Even though renovation costs vary, the deal remains attractive for those looking for a low-cost investment. More than just getting a great deal, new homeowners help breathe life back into parts of Italy that might otherwise be forgotten. Why are so many properties left empty in Italy? This issue has little to do with Italy's breathtaking landscapes, and much more to do with two overlapping crises that have unfolded over time. The first crisis began in the 1990s, when Italy's economy stagnated. At the time, experts struggled to explain why, but more recent studies suggest that the Italian job market prioritizes personal connections and loyalty over merit and innovation. In an increasingly global and competitive world, this mindset has held the country back. Weak governments, tax evasion, a slow judicial system, and the burden of rising public debt have only made things worse. The second crisis is persistent unemployment, especially among young people. For generations, nearly one-third of young Italians have struggled to find stable jobs. Even those who manage to get hired often face low salaries, leading to what's known as the 1000 euro generation, a reference to the many people in their 30s earning just over 1,000 euros a month. This barely covers basic expenses, leaving many feeling discouraged and uncertain about their future in a country full of roadblocks. With a stalled economy and unemployment hitting a large portion of the population, Italy has a significant number of vacant properties. Despite the picturesque image many associate with the country, there's a complex reality behind this facade. Understanding these factors is key to grasping the current landscape. Right now, Italy is considered one of the most dissatisfied nations in Europe. Financial struggles don't just affect young people earning around 1,000 euros a month, they impact various age groups. In a global scenario where even high earners in places like the US are struggling to balance their budgets, it's tough to stay optimistic about the economy. Since 2008, about 2 million young Italians have left the country in search of better opportunities, adding to demographic concerns. On top of that, Italy is experiencing the so-called silver tsunami, marked by its rapidly aging population, one of the oldest in the world. To make matters worse, birth rates are among the lowest in Europe and have been steadily declining. The current numbers paint an alarming picture for Italy. The workforce is shrinking, while the elderly population keeps growing and relying more and more on social benefits. Every year, about 200,000 Italians disappear from the statistics, and projections suggest that in the next 5 decades, the country could shrink by 20%. This demographic shift has a major impact on both the economy and the social structure. Small towns are a clear reflection of this reality. The combination of limited job opportunities and the constant migration of young people has led to empty homes being put up for sale at symbolic prices in an effort to attract foreigners and revitalize these areas. Paradoxically, data from 2021 shows that 70% of Italians under 34 still live with their parents, and 25% of those between 30 and 44 remain in the same situation. While family culture plays a role, the main reason is financial. Most simply can't afford to move out. While these low prices catch the attention of foreign investors, many young Italians see these remote area deals as unrealistic. As a result, the cycle of losing young workers continues, making economic recovery even harder. Italy is at a crossroads. Its active workforce is declining, and small communities keep emptying out. What do you think? Could this situation push the country into an even deeper crisis? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.